Once bitten, twice shy. It's Frank Falvo here on Independence Uncovered. And, folks, Frank is calling in from Australia right now. Hey, Frank, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can, mate. How are you?
Fantastic. Folks, this is Australia calling. Frank Falvo is the first person we've had on the show from Australia. So he's living in the down under. One of the big things, folks, just so in case you're joining us for the first time, I actually first met, and I put that in quotations, I met Frank online. No, don't go there. On YouTube.com. Frank does guitar lessons where he teaches folks how to play songs on guitar. And he video records and audio records himself, showing people how to play guitar and some songs. And Frank, I think you have, roughly 70 videos up right now?
It's 66 videos I've got. Probably about 60%, 70% of those are actually guitar lessons. I actually concentrate on songs. I try and put in classic songs. I try and give a personalised teaching service there, free of charge at YouTube, just concentrating on these classic songs. Intermediates are welcome. I get many messages from intermediate players saying they appreciate the lessons, but my lessons are mainly designed for beginners. So the whole structure of all my lessons are designed for people just learning the guitar. So yeah, I enjoy that. I'm fairly passionate about it.
Hey, now, Frank, I got to throw this question out there. Have you been, not only say noticed, but do people recognize you when you, are walking around town, because of the videos, the guitar teaching videos? You ever have, kids or even adults come up to you and say, hey, Frank, I know you. You teach me how to play guitar. You teach me how to play this song. Thank you very much. Have you ever gotten any of that?
Well, look, you need to get a lot of hits before that actually starts happening. Look, I do get a few looks, but I don't get anybody approaching me. I just don't think it's big enough there on the internet. You know, you're probably talking about 1 million hits on one video before you're talking recognition. So I've got 1 million hits, but I've got them over 60-odd videos that I've made, and that's all my videos combined. What I'm actually talking about is one video. So if you get 1 million hits on one video, then you're talking about, people starting to recognise you. So people do look at me, but I don't know if it's from the lessons, but they haven't actually approached me or anything like that, John.
Now, are the ladies checking you out also?
I'm not sure. We get a lot of demographics and that on the YouTube. They give us all the segment marketing information telling us age groups. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it's about 20%, they tell me, that are the females. But then we've probably got a lot of guys saying they're women. Funny things happen on the internet, mate. Guys say they're women, women say they're guys, and who knows?
Well, I'm on Facebook, and I've got myself set up so that I'm living in Moscow, Russia. So you're right. You can say anything you want on the internet. And I'm thinking, if you're looking to learn how to play the guitar, why don't you send me an instant message and tell if there's a song that you'd like to learn how to play. First off, you should go to YouTube.com. Type in Frank Falvo, F-R-A-N-K, put a space in there, and then F-A-L-V-O, and you'll see all of his videos. And if you see something that if there's a song that you want to learn how to play, send him an email. Make sure you mention Independence Uncovered. And I don't know if it'll get to the top of the list, but it will definitely make Frank feel good that he was heard by some folks who are guitar enthusiasts. So, Frank, is that okay with you?
Yep, no, that's great. I'd love to know who's listening and who knows what, but yeah, I do get a lot of requests to play songs. I certainly do. Some of them I can put in, and others, well, they have to go to the top of the list. Or the bottom of the list, I should say.
Now, Frank, with regard to going back to the YouTube piece and the guitar lessons, what would you say that your particular style is? Like, what do you like to key in on? Because, I mean, you're doing a video, and the video is, it's not interactive. It's you taking a guess of what's going to work for people. How do you go about knowing how you want to do a video, and how do you decide on a song?
Yep. Look, I'll take the deciding on the song part a little bit later. What I try and do is I try and separate myself from the hundreds upon hundreds of other teachers there on YouTube, okay? I like my students to understand that the guitar requires a certain amount of discipline, okay? If you're going to play the guitar and you want to learn the guitar, you've got to have a certain amount of discipline, because the guitar will question you constantly. It's truly like being institutionalized. You've got to be serious and you've got to be disciplined. It's like the army. Instead of polishing your boots, you've got to polish your guitar. So one of the ways that distinguishes me is I just put a little bit of a sprinkling of motivation dust on my videos. You'll see that there's a sprinkling of enthusiasm and encouragement dust on my videos. So that's what tries to separate me from the hundreds and hundreds of others. I try to encourage students not to give up, just to let them know that they're taking on something that will require a little bit of practice. There's no easy way to learn. And the way I choose my songs is they've got to be classic songs. My interpretation of a classic song is a long-standing song that's got longevity. So I've got Suspicious Minds up there, which is a classic Elvis song. I've got In the Ghetto, You Can Learn in the Ghetto. I've got John Lennon's Imagine there, if you want to do that. I've got Crowded Houses, Don't Dream It's Over. I've got beginner songs like Shiloh, Apologise by One Republic, Coldplay's Viva La Vida. That's very much a beginner song, and so is Maggie May, the old Rod Stewart song. So these are all classic songs. So I've just got to feel that, yeah, a lot of people will know this song. It's a song that stood the test of time, and a lot of beginners will want to learn, because you get a lot of satisfaction by being able to do a song from beginning to end.
Folks, just so you know, again, I found Frank as a result of his YouTube videos, and one of the things I found personally is that I actually did find that it was Frank who was talking. He was talking to me, and one of the things is that's really interesting is that, you know, Frank will kind of throw a question out there. If you're having a problem with this particular song or this particular chord change, you know, he'll kind of get on you. And he'll point to another song that you need to go to if you want to do some more practice on a particular chord change or a progression. But he'll get on you, kind of like your guitar teacher would get on you. Not in a negative way, but just like, you know, hey, you know, you can do this. I know you can do it, but you need to work at it. And it goes back to, you know, the polishing of the guitar analogy that you gave us earlier.
Very, very true. What I try and do is I actually look down as if I'm only talking to you like it is you've got an actual guitar teacher in front of you, like I'm just talking to you, and I'm not trying to mix words or make it real lovey-dovey. I'm just trying to do it in a way like, you know, we're on a mission here. Do we want to learn this song, or do we want to fiddle around the edges? If you want to fiddle around the edges, forget it. The guitar is not for you. Okay, this is the feeling I try and get. Now, you get a lot of intermediates that tell you to shut up. You know, that's probably the biggest criticism that I get. Shut up and stop talking. Look, I only do it for about a minute to 2 minutes of the 10-minute video, so it's not a long time. But I'm just trying to get to the beginners that, you know, look, get into it, really enjoy it, give yourself time, and you'll get there. So
what was the very first song that you decided to teach people to play?
How to Save a Life by The Fray. That was the first one. I just didn't know what I was doing. Got heaps of hits, probably about 70,000 hits, nearly 2 years ago. So, and then what I actually did is I put a cover version of that so people can play with me at the same, learning it, and at the same time play with somebody. Because you know, a lot of the beginners out there, they haven't got anyone to play with. So if you can just feel comfortable playing with someone, that's how you get your timing down. That's how you get the changes down. So on a lot of my videos, you'll find that I'll actually sing a verse and a chorus just so we can piece it all together. Sometimes I don't get a time, and I'll do a second part to the video.
So folks, this is Frank Falvo's Movement in White. Again, myspace.com/Frank Falvo. Just, I mean, Frank and I spoke about a month and a half, 2 months ago. We spoke again over the weekend, and just a fab guy, you know, just puts a lot of passion behind his playing, and he's just great to talk with. And just Frank, again, I can't thank telling us about how you go about making your music and the YouTube, and thank you from all the guitar players out there that you're teaching.
Thanks, mate. Look, I appreciate it. I enjoy it. It's fun for me. I get a bit of a buzz, except when the haters get stuck into me. That annoys me. But look, I'm passionate about it. It's something I enjoy doing. It's good fun.